All right then.
Let's get back up.
Yeah. What was you doing last time?
No dance.
Hey. Yo, back again with another video. Hey, how everybody doing? Hope you're having an amazing, a great day. You know, it's a good night and everything like that. Hope everyone having a good day. How everyone doing?
Good.
All right then. See, this time what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the introductions first. Unlike last time we forgot to do them. So, everyone, do your little introduction.
Yo, I'm Matt, the lighter but taller guest for
Lighter
Cam Show.
but taller. All right. Yeah. As you know, I'm the main host, Cam.
I'm not about to say no. I'm Z. That is true.
All right. So, oh, I ain't here. Okay. You?
Oh, hey, I'm Lila, the realist.
No. Anyways, though,
And who are you?
we're back again. I already said who I was.
Oh,
Slow. Just slow.
that's why I'm short.
Then we got shot on the back, you know.
We got Shadow on the back.
How y'all doing already?
Yep. Alright, so we back at it again with another video of Mind Zoomers. As y'all know, today for the topic, this month's topic is gonna be about teenage life. In today's video, like I mentioned last time, we're gonna go deeper into relationship life as a teenager. So we're not gonna be worried about recent relationships, we're gonna worry about relationships as it is like when you're in middle school, high school, all that type of stuff. But before we get into that topic, anyone got a question for the day? Any questions?
Why your head shaped like that?
On my head shit like that?
Yeah.
Because I was born big headed. I mean, it is what it is, you know? Like,
Why your head so big, but you act so slow?
I'm
Wow,
very
wow,
smart,
wow.
but it's like, you know,
Hey.
Let's start right there.
It's-
What's
you
with
know-
all the what's with all the foolish? You know what?
Why you
here's
so
the question.
dark?
Okay, oh damn.
Wow.
I mean,
what's with the
'cause-
colors?
Y'all the same skin
Yeah.
tone.
No, don't worry about that. Why you so
He's
dark?
darker than me. That's the thing.
I don't think I'm.
like,
I don't think I'm darker than you.
You are.
Put it right here.
Hopefully we'll copyright strike.
Oh, you are darker than her.
By a shade, but even then, it's like,
So I should be
That's
asking you that question. Why are you so dark?
well, I have a reason for why I'm so
What's the
dark.
reason?
Okay.
I know doing sports, everything like that. Sun done
I
crisped
did
me up a
sports
good
too.
little bit. So, you know,
I mean,
sun done
I'm
crisped me up
really trying
a good
hard,
little
but
bit. Yeah, why you so light?
No,
Mom ran out of ink in the printer?
actually, yes.
Wait, so question: Are your parents? How are your parents like darker, or are they both lighter skinned?
So, my mom is actually way darker. I say
Your
she's
mom's
like,
way darker.
White dark.
yeah, way darker than me.
Yeah.
Oh, then you, yeah, not at
He's
you.
gonna caramel.
She
Yeah,
caramel?
my mom
She like
caramel.
MJ.
What happened to you?
The Filipino came out.
Was your dad Filipino?
Nah,
He black.
my dad black.
Your dad black? So who's Filipino?
My
Who
mom.
who ruined the bloodline?
Technically, my mom.
Great.
Wait, so technically your mom ruins the bloodline.
Yeah,
How?
I don't know.
So
Because
wait,
her side of the family is like kind of lighter.
it's kind of lighter.
Yeah.
Okay. So so now I'm thinking like, let's say you have a kid with a brighter skinned person. Is that baby just gonna be borderline white?
Probably.
I would think so, maybe.
I
I would see the baby
maybe
being caramel.
I don't know. Maybe some of that grandmama's genes might come out.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
It's a possibility. My dad said I got some Indian in me, so you know that could contribute to a few different things.
Indian and Italian.
Indian and Italian? You make me a pizza?
Or Italian.
I have made homemade pizza before.
See, there you go. I knew there was something in there.
You
Okay.
I made the dough from scratch.
You made it from scratch? I've made dough from scratch one time before. It came out horrible.
So
Like, it
what-
tasted.
My
What?
sisters was
That's
eating it.
bad.
I'm like, I can get these.
First of all, I could cook good.
So,
It's
Cam,
that the dough was horrible. Yeah.
What part of you made you this short? I
It's
got a reason
actually-
for why I'm short.
No,
Who ruined the
I actually
bloodline?
got a good reason.
I got a reason
It
why
was
I'm
my mama because look, mommy, I love you to everything in me, but she done messed up my height genes
I
because
got my reason.
yeah, you know, see, my dad, he's like a good like 5'10". He's like a good average height, a little bit tall, right? My mom, she's like 4'11" or something, I think. Like my mom is definitely not the tallest of the bunch because, mind you, my older brothers, they're a good bit tall. Maybe my sister, she's shorter, but you know that's because she stopped growing. But maybe like other people in my family, my 13-year-old cousin is taller than me.
Oh damn.
He's like a good like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, you short.
Like everyone in my family,
How tall?
everyone is just tall. I'm like 5'7" feet, so that's serious.
You are not
I am 5'7".
I am 5'6"
I
and a
got
half.
Oh my God.
Correction. He said he's 5'7"
And 3/4. Like the doctor told me
How
that
tall are you?
exactly.
6'9".
You
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Show the people.
you grew.
See, I'm
You
tall.
grow.
No, no.
Because people grow.
You're the same height.
Oh, this is shorter. They show my torso is short now. But even then,
What did that do?
because, but still, I know you're taller. But
Yeah.
at the same time,
I
you
think-
stand up too.
I think you stopped wrong.
You stand up too. We about in the same area right now.
Nah.
She's taller than
Nah.
both of us, just but we
Are
are
you
in the
just
same area.
delusional?
Yeah, you delusional.
I'm taller than
He's
you.
actually taller.
Okay,
by an inch.
clearly.
I'm taller than you. I'm
But
taller.
I'm not that tall.
Well,
You know, I'm really supposed to be like 6 foot. That's what my doctor told me.
6 foot is a lie. That's a lie.
My doctor told me when I was little, I was supposed to be 6 foot. My dad is 6'1", and my mom is 5'4", I think.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be 6 foot, but
That
Y'all,
I
y'all
don't
doctors
know.
lying to y'all.
No.
no, okay,
It's supposed to be 6'4", nigga.
that's a
I swear-
lie.
No,
Yo,
listen, because my dad is 6 foot even, and then my mom's like 5'6".
Your mom's 5'6".
But also my older
Dang, so your mama can look
like my
wow.
great grandma and my they're like 6'4". I shit you not. Like my great grandma and my grandma, they're 6'4".
Jesus.
oh, I know
On
my
mom's side.
I know
Those are
my
Amazonians.
dad's dad was like 6'5".
I
Yeah.
don't even know none of my height.
Y'all,
And
y'all just got
It's really,
Amazonians in your
it's really,
family.
it's really the Filipino.
My grandpa,
It's
Okay.
really-
Because-
he's 6'2".
He sits too.
And my daddy 5'11".
Actually, I'll say this: I do have people in my family that are in like the 6 foot range. It's just down to the fact that I'm a mom. My mom's just kind of ruined it for me a little bit. I could now hear me out.
You are not wrong.
Could have a late growth spurt. It runs the family to have late growth spurts.
Wait, you're 18.
Okay.
No.
And I don't have the voice. I don't have the voice of. I don't have a voice of man. I'm still definitely maturing and growing in
So
different
you're
ways.
calling yourself a little boy.
Not a little boy, but a little man.
No, you're a little.
No, not a little boy, but a little man.
You're a little boy.
Little man. See, even then, my facial hair is there. Because mind you, I can grow a full beard. I just like to keep it trimmed like this.
Oh, yeah.
I can grow a full
Same,
beard
same,
easy.
same.
Yeah, we can grow full beards, full mustaches. I just keep it trimmed a certain way. But at the same time, it's like I can't grow a thick beard. But a lot of the guys in my family can grow a thick beard. Like we can grow hair once, like it all drops and everything.
So
but
what's a full beard look like? I want to see that. Y'all gonna let it grow out?
maybe
I'll see
Yeah.
it.
not. Maybe one day you might see a full beard, just a fully bearded man looking like Brennan,
You'll be looking like Brendan. I'll be who I look like. Drake.
Jack Harlow.
You said Drake.
Jack Harlow.
Jack
Drake
Harlow.
is darker than you.
No, I'm just talking about beard wise.
Oh, okay.
Or Jack Harlow beard.
Yeah, see Jack Harlow. But anyways, that's a good place to leave off. So to pick up the topic that we're doing today, though, the topic for today's video, obviously, again, is teenage relationships. So we can trauma dump as much as we want in this, because I know some of us have bad relationship.
Be direct.
Yeah, be that way.
Some of us have bad relationship
Oh, really?
histories. I know what I got, but you know what you got.
Oh.
Right.
So let's start the video. Who wants to start off?
That's one right from
You start. Go ahead.
Okay, I can start off. Let me say this. Let me just take a little bite of my oatmeal cream pie.
Oh.
Back.
This is so
I
good
see
too.
that back getting big already.
This is my first thing I've eaten all day. I'm hungry.
Back by the bust out the chair.
Look, but I'll definitely say, when it comes to teenage relationships, they can
You're
be messy.
terrible at it.
They can be very. I'm actually good at it when I need to be, but I'll say when I was a teenager, wasn't the best at it. No, but I'll never say this. It can be messy at times. It can be very messy because there's a time where both parties, like boy, girl, guy, whoever it is, but everyone's gonna be hormonal, super hormonal. Yeah, my bad. We had a little intermission about some stuff, but
Yeah.
anyways, though, but what was I saying?
We're just talking about your relationships.
Oh yeah, my relationships were absolute dog water. Mostly because of me, but partially because of the other people. But 80%, 65%. Not. We don't talk about your relationships. Okay, I'll say a good. You didn't even know me until we got to college. Okay,
Yeah, but you just told me a lot.
and there is a lot. Okay, but I'll say 65% of the time, it was me. But from them, I knew what I'll say this. I knew what I was
So
doing.
what did they do wrong? Huh?
So, and some of the other times, it was down to the fact where it was the people that I was in a relationship at the time. It just did not always work out properly due to the fact that, again, both parties in that time, they're gonna also, I'll say this from an honest perspective, both parties in teenage dating, I can definitely say people gonna be hormonal and people gonna do stupid stuff. Because, again, it's still the time where you're figuring out different elements of yourself, you're figuring out different areas of what you want in a relationship, what they may want in a relationship, and what you're going to expect from a person in relationships. Because I'll definitely say it's gonna be a trend with a lot of teenage relationships where maybe I think all of us can know about a relationship if we've been in a relationship where it's like they be like, oh, we gotta call every night, we gotta do this every night, we gotta do this and that XYZ, and it's like doing certain things where it's like one that's not realistic for a relationship, especially at your age right then and there. And it's also just, again, like how we said in the last video about overstressing things as a teenager. It's especially like in dating as a teenager. While I'm not against it, there may be some people that are against it, but I'm all for it as long as it's like, again, you don't make that your entire life's aspect, you know? Because it's not the end all be all when you are dating as a teenager. And even then, still a time where you're gonna make mistakes, you know? A lot of things are gonna be done where it's like the guy will do some stupid stuff, the guy will do some even stupider stuff, the guy will do some really, really stupid stuff. But then the girl will also do some crazy stuff sometimes. The girl may do some stupid stuff, so crazy sometimes, you know? And it's like, it's just like, you'll make, it's a time where, again, a lot of mistakes will be made, whether it's stuff physically wise, whether it's stuff emotionally wise, a lot of mistakes will be made in the end. And it's just all dependent on, like, how do you go about it? You know what I mean? That's definitely the bigger part of it when it comes to teenage relationships, you know?
You also gotta live and learn.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't never been in a relationship unless we count middle school, which does not count because I don't do nothing but. Really. Anyway, I remember there was this dude I was talking to in my senior year, and it was the first dude that I actually talked to, but I didn't know how to talk to a dude. So there would be times he would call me, and I wouldn't call him back for a couple days, and because I'd be at work.
You did that.
And then,
When I did.
You're the problem.
Well, I said I was a problem sometimes, but I knew I was a problem. So I've learned from it, but
dudes need to feel like y'all need to be feel like a priority. So I wasn't reciprocating the fact that I liked him. I wasn't reciprocating that. We had went out one time, and that one time he was just like, okay, I got it. But then after that, it was like he would call me and I wouldn't pick up, or I wouldn't because I'd be at work. I was a very busy person. I'm talking about I left the house at 6 and get back till 10 o'clock at night. But he would call me and I wouldn't pick up. Then it'd be a couple days before I call him, and I would just shoot him a text, be like, "Hey, sorry, I missed your call," and that's it. No, I'll call you back or anything like that. Sometimes I wouldn't even text. So he thought that I didn't like him, and I hurt his feelings really badly.
right.
But I didn't know how to properly talk to someone. Then I lived and I learned from that experience. Now there was this other experience where I found out what I like. So me and this dude went to the fair. First of all, we didn't meet up at the fair. We were supposed to meet up at the fair, but we never did. He wanted me to walk. He wanted me to walk to him by myself at night during the fair. That didn't happen because I told him I wasn't doing that. That's right, major red flag. But then there was a shooting, and instead of texting me and being like, "Hey, are you okay?" He was like, "Oh, I went home." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I told my mom, she was just like, "Don't ever talk to him again." And that was it. And I found out that's not what you want in a relationship. You gotta watch out for them red flags, people, because they're there. They're subtle, but they're there.
You know, I definitely understand. You guys something to say about red flags?
Why you still not have fun to say?
I feel like you have a few things to say.
Well, let's talk about experiences, not what's happening.
Okay, well, yeah.
Do you have any experiences?
From a teenage
Experiences.
Shadow.
Experiences. Alright. How deep in lore we trying to get?
Teenage years in terms of relationships.
Oh, yeah. The right person just called.
Okay.
Yo, we got a special guest.
Who was that?
Hey, special guest. Welcome to the Minds Zoomers podcast. Okay, type shit.
Okay, then, never mind.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Guess special. Okay, type
All right.
shit. All right, bet. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna give this back to her. So, yeah, number one thing that I would, like Zamari said, watching for red flags. Not only that, but really truly analyze and use critical thinking. Because at the end of the day, we're all kids. We're all still growing. Meaning that people will change, and also people have different experiences, and you also have to realize like who these people are.
Right.
AKA, you can't be Lulu about a bitch. Shoot, for a nigga. Period. You know what I'm saying? You can't be fucking Lulu. Am I fucking lying?
No,
you cursing
you're not.
somebody
Am I
on the
fucking lying?
podcast?
You can't be got Lulu and he gonna edit it out. But I'm just saying, like,
He is not gonna edit all
He's
this.
gonna edit this out. But I'm just saying, you can't be delusional. You have to be realistic.
Bleep out so much.
Wait, are we cursing or are we not?
Can we?
That's this. I will bleep out 50% of the stuff.
Yeah.
Some stuff I will bleep out.
Is your parents gonna be watching this?
Dependable.
Because
That's why.
You did say I'm sorry, mommy, but
Yeah.
There's
There's a good chance they
they
gonna see
haven't
it.
even met me.
Well,
yet.
I
I
see-
don't
They gonna
even
see
get
me.
no
One straight.
information.
They gonna see me. They gonna see me.
I'll say this.
Nigga, I'm quiet.
well, I'm a businessman. I got a reputation to uphold. That's why I'm not cursing.
I'm
I don't
shallow.
care. You
Yeah.
can
If a little worse spot here and there, if a little worse spot here and there, is one thing, but it's at your own risk.
I'm very
Okay.
But no, but seriously, let me get to the story. So, anyways, it was this girl that I was talking to. We're just gonna call her,
Besting.
yeah, bestie for the time being. Anyways, so which one you want to talk about?
Which one?
Would you?
Friend.
And I,
And I have one girlfriend, but I mean, I have other experiences where I talk to different girls. So,
You only have one.
I said one girlfriend.
Now, hear out.
Excuse me. Rest of them talking.
What's your favorite season of the year?
Oh,
Summer.
We're doing this? Oh, we're doing this?
Oh, actually,
Oh my god, you get the backstory on this one?
I do remember this one. If it's the one I know about.
That's what. You're not.
No, this is on topic.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about horror.
We're gonna leave that.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that. It's gonna be an exclusive episode.
That can be
You gonna have to pay 100. You gonna have to pay 100. 100.
We're gonna need a
Yeah, we're gonna need a back.
that.
drop 100 likes for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 likes for this.
Likes.
And then we'll get that.
We're gonna get to the main story.
100 likes, and we'll have that story
Because
exclusive.
we got bestie 1, bestie 2, bestie 3, and bestie 4.
We're talking about story exclusive. I definitely got
Like I
some
said,
stories.
this is we're only gonna focus on bestie 2.
Yeah.
Bestie 3 and bestie 4 is like
We just keep playing. It's fine. It's fine.
I thought bestie 2 was extremely attractive, which she is, but also very, very extremely toxic and very manipulative.
But always be
Very
it always be the best looking ones that do the worst.
for sure. So
Oh, God.
with bestie 2, and like I said, the exclusive the exclusive content will have, what I'm saying, pictures, live moments in film of all that. Because I got like video. I have.
You showing film?
Film?
That's the wrong
You
time.
got film?
I still got pictures, bro.
Why?
Bro, I'm too lazy to delete it. That too, and I don't know. I need it for educational moments like this.
This is definitely something we're going to have to investigate into.
Yeah, we're gonna need to talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But like I said, anyways, with old girl, the way we started was, we started off from meeting a mutual friend, and already the red flag was like, she was instantly being way, way too touchy, like off rip. Like she was already she was love bombing me basically for like the first week. Like it was bad.
What
And, like,
is your love language?
There's a difference between affection and love bombing. Like those are two different things. Like
Ooh, that's a really
you see what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's a difference.
Especially in your teenage years,
Like,
ooh, I've been love bombed.
Bombed so many times.
There's a
Exactly.
good this one experience. That's the
What's
story
a
for another
love
time.
bomb?
Oh, you can
Yeah,
find it.
go ahead.
Love bombing. For example, I can take, for example, I'm not gonna say no names, but there was this one girl from God, Jesus. Love bombing essentially is a gay example. There was, I'm not gonna say no names, but there was a girl from high school. Yeah. high school, and I can definitely say it's like in the course of me getting at her and this and that going down with it, it's like, you can show affection to a person, you can be loving on them, hugging up on them, everything like that. But then there's a certain threshold where it becomes very like she want to call every single night. She want to talk every single day. She want to be around you at every single moment. The moment you're not around her, the moment you're not around him, they assuming that you're.
To be around you that much.
Apparently you do,
I
but then turn around.
do that way.
Hey, say me.
Okay, I'll cut that area out. I'll cut it out. Okay, so as a whole though, with it though, it's definitely a situation where it's like love bombing is when you're just like you're just being too much with it to a degree where it's like it's becoming unhealthy, to where it's becoming to a point where it's like you're doing the most for this one person to the point where it's like again you're doing the most extreme where how I've actually heard, especially in high school, I heard about a lot of teenagers where it's like we in high school but a girl's threatening suicide over a boyfriend because he want to break up with her, or even vice versa. There's guys where in high school they're threatening suicide because my girl's gonna break up with me. What?
No, I just came to a realization I've been loved from.
See, yeah, I think there's a lot of people who are they've been through high school relationships. They can, or like even just not your high school, middle school, anytime your teenage life, where it's like love bombing is very prone, especially when you're a teenager, because it's like again, hormones are crazy, people's emotions are gonna be crazy, and it's just like you're really figuring out yourself. So you will go to the extent where it's like too much, and that happens a lot for a lot of people. I can say. But again, I say the best way to deal with love bombing is just again, I say, if you're receiving the love bombing, I say, I hold you. I can honestly, it can deal with it in different ways. It could be for one way you could deal with love bombing is, you could actually talk it through with the person. Because some people are gonna be okay. Some people are okay with hearing through on the love bomb. Other people, on the other hand, they're not gonna be as susceptible to talking. And you might just have to try and get a dodge as good as you can. It can all vary around, but like I don't know, unless you got some other way you know how to deal with love. Actually, from a girl's perspective, how would you deal with that or get out of that? Then
Me now or back then?
we're talking from teenage perspective, so like back then, or like back then, how did you deal with it back then, and then how would you have better dealt with it? How would you like better dealt with it if you could like see the future or like change it up future tense?
I mean, okay, I would just have to use an example. Like, it was this one boy that I had briefly talked to, like, during the summer before my seventh grade year. And then, no, this was probably before eighth grade year. It don't even matter. But, we started talking and, like, he came to my neighborhood. Like, this was our first little link up. And we was in the park, but like the vibe was just not vibing. Like it was just so awkward to me. And like prior to that, he was the type that wanted to be on the phone all the time. But like literally when we would be on the phone, we would just sit on the phone, not talking about anything, just sitting on the phone. Anytime I tried to hang up, he didn't want to hang up. Then as soon as I hang up, he texted me, "What you doing?" Da da da. And so the very next day after our link up, I broke up with him because I just couldn't do
It's
it.
hard immediately. That boy ain't never seen girls the same way again.
And then after that,
Should have been a heartbreak
truthfully,
song because of you.
he even admitted himself later down the line that he had anger issues. But after I broke up with him, no, at first he was understanding. Like I think he was bipolar. Like I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm being so serious. At first he was cool with it. He's like, okay, like, and then maybe like hours later after we broke up, he's texting me talking about his sisters want to jump me.
Mm.
And he's threatening to pull up on me and beat me with a bat. I cannot. This actually happened. Like,
Oh wow.
like he's like, oh, I know where you stay at. Mind you, like he didn't know because at the time I stayed in an apartment. He didn't know what actual apartment I stayed in. He just knew the apartments.
You know what I'm
So
saying? The best solve with that situation, set them up. Have your family right there in the cut. So then he goes to a place. See, there
But
you go.
to be honest, at
Set
the
him up.
time I wasn't even allowed to
Beat that
have a
man, look.
boyfriend. At the time I wasn't even allowed to have a boyfriend, so like really my mama didn't know about none of this. But yeah, he pretty much like threatened me. And me back then, I went back and forth with him. Me and my cousin, because he put us in a group, he put me in a group chat with him and his supposed new girlfriend. This was literally like a day or two after. I honestly believe it was his sister playing his fake girlfriend the whole time. Because, I mean, being realistic, the way he looked, there was no way he got another girl the next day. But, like, yeah.
One note. I was kidding about jumping people. Don't jump people. That's not good. Two. So essentially, the dude was butt ugly, and then he tried to get a fake rebound to try and make you jealous after he done threatened you to beat you with the bat and everything like that and get you jumped. Do you still know him to this day?
Do I still what?
Do you still know him to this day?
No.
I was gonna say.
I've been lost contact. Since middle school.
So let's show that people in middle school.
Jumping down.
We jumping people in middle school.
Exactly.
But
You dodge a bullet.
But
Sure did.
yeah, so after that happened, like pretty much I feel like I could have handled the situation differently. I could have easily like blocked him and then just went on with my life because knowing him, he wasn't gonna do anything that he said. He was just talking. So, well, truthfully, I didn't even know him for real. But it's like it was never giving that. Like he wasn't even gonna do that. Um, but I feel like now, if I had a situation like that, like a lot of time I used to like sugarcoat stuff. Like when we did, cause before
You don't never sugarcoat stuff now.
I don't.
You never
Um,
sugarcoat now.
but um, before we even had our first link up, I was already kind of not feeling him. The fact that he would always want to be on the phone, we never talked about anything. I was already not into him, and then that whole link up, it was just kind of like I was just like when I mentioned in the last thing, like pretending to be okay. Like I was just sitting there pretending to be like, So now it's like I'm, I'm just like I'm so straight up about everything. Like I'm just like I'm gonna tell you exactly how I'm feeling, whether it's good or bad, and you know that. But yeah, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like that's the best way to go about stuff. Like whether it comes to love bombing or like just relationships in general. I think honesty is like the biggest thing. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, mistakes is gonna be made.
A lot.
Stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like if you ain't honest about it, I mean, it's really, you can respect somebody more if they honest about something. Even if it's bad, like I could respect somebody more if they honest about something rather than just, playing in my face.
Yeah. But I definitely say though, it's like with being in relationships when I was like younger, everything, it's definitely like with the being honest aspect now. I'd definitely say doing that would definitely be a struggle sometimes, I would say. Because for example, the way I grew up, obviously I definitely grew up in like a more suburban type of lifestyle. I definitely grew up in yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. But I grew up in like a more suburban type of lifestyle and
Oh, really?
I definitely yeah,
Oh, really? I never knew that.
never knew.
Yeah,
You
I
could,
feel
you
that
could
all.
never tell.
I know this is sidetracked.
You could
Sidetracked.
never tell.
For the people back home, are you from the churches? Where are you from?
what side of
My
Jacksonville?
Why do you not like toaster strudels?
Oh my god, this social shooters are nasty. I'm sorry. Just toaster strudels.
And why do
You
you
even
call?
had one for real, or
Yes.
you had a pop?
You had like
toaster
the
strudels,
you
pop
had-
tarts, watermelon, what it is. Collard greens.
you have
A lot of stuff is nasty that people
you
like.
said
now.
collard greens are nasty.
Yes.
Are you even black?
Yes.
At this point, you're white in a black man's body.
So
Not
we're
even being
racially
black.
stereotyping people now.
Huh?
We're racially stereotyping people now.
No, we're not. That's
No,
not
let's
what
start
we
from
do.
the
Yeah.
top though. Like
That's not what we
what
do,
kind of
right?
toaster
It's
strudel
just-
you even had?
I don't know, a freaking toaster strudel.
Like the Pillsbury Doughboy, like little
No,
strawberry.
a toastal strudel.
Toastal.
Can't even say it right. Yeah, he don't know.
Look, I
We
just
don't know what
don't.
we really talking about.
I just don't like toaster strudels.
Or
Pop-Tarts. I'm a
Pop-Tart.
picky eater. I'm a picky eater.
No, you.
I'm
You're
a
a
very.
child.
I'm a picky eater.
You're
Okay.
a child.
I'm a child. I just don't like certain foods.
I
You
like
know.
collard greens. So what else
Not
don't
really.
you like? You like cornbread?
Sorta.
Oh, no.
Sorta.
Oh,
Sorta. Sorta.
Oh.
Okay, try me with something else. Try me with something else. Okay, what's something else then? Give me a black food thing. Give me a black food.
What
You
do
like
that I
yams.
should.
You
Yeah.
like sweet potatoes.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
what?
Yeah.
You don't fuck with yams? Nigga got it.
I don't like sweet potato at all.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Love it.
Everybody. Who
Not
does
everybody.
I know.
Everybody.
Stand you. I can't
Let's
stand you.
Now what you be eating on like Thanksgiving?
You like
I like-
that green bean casserole.
Never green. Who?
He eat
Who
dry
would ever?
turkey.
That okay? The turkey. I never like turkey like that. I never like turkey. I do
Oh.
like the way my dad made turkey.
You like
He made-
ham?
What?
Ham?
It's all right.
Oh my!
No, ham is good, but it's not my main thing. Like I eat turkey. I like the mac and cheese. I eat.
Exactly.
Turkey?
That turkey. So then, what do you eat? Sides?
No, I'll eat everything. Like no, for example, like we'll have like some seafood on Thanksgiving sometimes. Like we'll have crab cakes, which are
Oh, I'll be over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Crab cakes.
Yeah, I'm
crab
messing with
cakes
that.
are amazing.
I
But then
mess
we'll
with
have
that.
like a fried turkey. We'll have a baked turkey. We might have like the mac and cheese. Love mac and cheese to death. You know what I'm saying? Certain things I like, but I'm just a picky
You
eater.
like cranberry? Like
Cranberry juice, but cranberries, nah.
like that cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce, nah.
I never really.
Nah,
had it.
cranberry sauce is nasty.
That's reasonable. That's
Yeah.
not nice.
I would agree with you. It's just
But-
turned into food.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, but no, back to topic though. What? Oh yeah, but yeah, the relationships. I definitely say it's definitely a thing where it's like, they can be very finicky. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I definitely say from my experiences too, I've definitely had a lot of experiences where I'm not gonna lie, I definitely say I was definitely a problem when it came to a lot of different
Wait,
relationships.
you mentioned you being from the suburbs. What that has to do with you?
What was I gonna say?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What was you gonna
that
say?
was a complete.
Because
Oh
we
yeah.
was talking about honesty. So what
Well, with that
that's
honesty
so hard for you to
aspect,
be honest, Cam.
because I'll never say this. Now let's be honest. Now there definitely was a phase where, especially in that middle school, high school, a lot of girls wanted like kind of like hood type of guy, everything like that. A lot of girls, not every girl, but a lot of girls did. And obviously, I ain't
You
really
try to play the part.
trying to play the part a little bit. We don't talk about the days. We don't talk about the days. We don't talk about the days, but with it though, it's like, I didn't say it was definitely a bit of a pressure. Like similar to how in those teenage years it's definitely that pressure where sometimes guys be like with guys, guys be like oh, you still a virgin, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like guys be trashing on each other for sometimes still being a virgin and this and that, and it makes you feel pressure to want to be certain what
Nothing.
but
So
it makes you
that
feel pressure.
is that what you saying? That was your reasoning for lying,
No,
or like
actually
not being honest?
in truth, there definitely was a period where I was telling lots of different lies and just wasn't being myself in that teenage phase. Because I even then I met other people that were younger where they kind of had the same feelings where it's just like they had the feeling where they couldn't be themselves because everyone's trying to be that thing. Everyone's trying to be the next big thing in the world, trying to be the most popular. So maybe maybe in middle school, the first person to lose their virginity, the first person to do certain things that just makes them seem older, they the one that becomes the coolest. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, there was one guy I don't remember his name, but I don't know if this is guaranteed a fact. But from what I knew at the time was that this guy had all Fs. I think he failed one or two grades, 1, 2, or 3 grades. He had all Fs. He was older than just about everybody in middle school. And he was probably one of the, he was known as people that I think was one of the cooler guys. He was known as one of the people that was like one of the cooler guys in the school. Because again, I guess he was older. He wasn't a virgin no more. So it's like certain things where it's like, you can put that pressure in a relationship. When the guy, he'll want to be acting like this or that because in that teenage phase, again, you want to be so much. And it's like, you want to be so much, but at the time, you're still limited to certain things. Some may have it better than others. Some people may be in circumstances are different than others. But in the end, it's like that constant cycle of they want to be this and that. So it can lead to a lot of lies or not being yourself or not showing your true colors because you trying to impress this girl all the time. You trying to impress this guy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like you trying to do things that's not you. You know what I'm saying? It's equivalent to where how a lot of us we have them. Then we have the moments where we look back. It's like we was a cringe. We was one of the real cringy teenagers because we was trying to do this. See, you was a cringy teenager.
Yeah,
You know that.
I know I was.
See, we all had them phases where we was real cringy, and like I don't know if you had a moment where it's like you try to impress a girl and you look back and it's like, dang,
Oh
why
yeah.
did I do that? See,
Yeah.
and then on your end, I don't know if you had a moment where maybe there was a guy you had a crush on, but there was a guy.
You going
Oh,
bad.
Well, I do want to be honest about this.
We gotta put this up. If we're gonna go fair, we gotta like we gotta
Okay,
make that like
like this. The man's name. I might cut this out. I might not.
No,
the man's
no,
name
no.
is.
We're-
We'll figure it out. If you're watching this video,
Mr. Coop,
Mr.
you was
If you watch this
man,
video,
not my man.
she talked about you a whole bunch. If you watch this, she talked about you. She's talking about you.
Like, I'm gonna cut this out.
We'll see. I might believe it. I might cut out the name.
I'm gonna report you. It's gonna take him down.
Come on.
Bet that right now.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
Good. Okay, but as a whole though, it's definitely.
Don't you?
Yeah.
But as a whole though, it's definitely like I definitely say I would if you've had a moment where it's like with a guy, you wanted to do a lot of stuff to impress him.
See, I never did anything to try to impress him.
Okay.
To try to avoid him because I was shy. Very,
You were
very,
shy?
Wow. Well.
very.
Yeah, God changed.
Wow. But yeah.
Yeah. What you talking about?
Relationships. How it makes you how like being younger in a relationship. It's like you can do some different stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just do things outside of your character because you're trying to be this and that, or you're trying to be if you're trying to impress a guy doing this. I don't know if it happens as many times with girls, but I would say on either side of the party, I would say there's a lot of times when people do stuff that's outside of their own character,
Yeah.
out of the purpose of trying to impress this and that, or during the relationship, you do stuff that's in all actuality, you wasn't raised to be doing this and that, or this is not you if you was not in this situation. But purely due to the fact that you trying to get between them legs, that it's like it makes it makes you just do stuff outside of character. You know what I'm saying? Like I never say it with a lot of guys. The amount of times I did some real stupid stuff just for a girl. Holy
Name an
crap.
example.
Name an example.
He he spent.
Oh no. That was inside the relationship.
spent how much?
I used maybe 200. Yeah.
All right, but
Okay.
what did you do to impress someone?
To impress a girl. Oh, there's a good few things. I went through a very, very stupid stage when it came to okay, so I can say I definitely did go to a phase where it's like, let's say middle school. Middle school, 8th, 7th grade, no, 7th grade. I went through a lot of efforts to always try and actually, I remember exactly. Yeah, it was 6th grade. Actually, I remember this very well. I can say at that time I was a very, very like, oh, good sir, how are you doing, ma'am? Type of kid. You know what I'm saying? Very well mannered, very everything. And very cringy, very, very cringy. And in that effort, there was this one light skinned girl. She was a little bit taller than me. I think, yeah, definitely was. And, I thought she was the world. I thought, oh my god, this girl is so cute, cause everything like that. And in the was it 7th grade? Sorry, yeah, 7th grade. But in the efforts to impress this girl, I would text her a lot. Sometimes I get no text back. I would like, there'd be times where I remember, I remember I was at the time where I was trying to get more muscular and everything too. So, at times, like maybe if I walked to the school, if I had a short sleeve shirt, I would walk around with the sleeves rolled up some to try and look good when I saw.
Reminds me of this dude. He came to Chick-fil-A yesterday with he had a button up shirt, but the sleeves was literally cut off. Like
See,
it
like,
was just-
it's just stuff like that where it's like,
I know you was
Yeah, I wasn't. Ooh, you know what? I'll put up a photo on the video on like how I looked like when I was younger. I was definitely like,
Ooh,
it's gonna be. It was a rough phase, but okay.
how
But
young? Like we talking like?
this is when I
I don't
was in
even see
seventh
this.
grade.
Literally.
When I was in
Oh,
seventh
I was
grade.
an ugly kid.
Oh yeah, no, I think every guy went
I
that
never
real
was
ugly
a
phase
kid.
at some point. But no, it was definitely like, in that phase, I would try and always impress her. At lunch, I would sit with her a lot because I wanted to try and like act cool with her. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to like try and act like I was like that. And mind you, there'll be times where they're talking about something that's completely out of my criteria. I have no experience in. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. Like yeah, it was bad. And mind you, that's not even the worst stuff I did. That's not the worst I did, but I definitely went to like a new extent. And it was like I remember I think I actually asked her out one day. I remember I texted her. It was like 8 o'clock at night. I texted her because I was gonna get my phone. Because mind you, at the time I also had a curfew for how long I could have my phone. So it was like maybe like an hour before my curfew was over. I texted her on some, hey, I don't know, would you maybe want to be my girlfriend? She said, oh no, I don't really kind of like you like that.
You're right. So Ken, you ever been to Lulu about a girl?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Shadow, you been to Lulu?
Shadow.
I believe.
Matt, you went to Lulu about a girl?
Oh yeah. I
Let's hear your story.
Uh,
Yeah. What
so
was your experience with that?
so I don't know how long ago. Uh, how do I say this? So we have been friends for a while,
Okay.
but she was in a relationship, mind you. Well, while we were friends, when I kind of liked her already, right?
Right.
And she had gotten out of a relationship. Shadow kind of already know this story, but
Yeah, that's what I like.
so the moment she got out of the relationship, I kind of had already been plotting for a while, and so I'm
I
not
think
gonna
about
lie.
that. I think about the thing about that guy up here, like peeking over behind the tree.
So and it worked because we was already in a friend group,
Right.
so I was always around her, and
And the school didn't have that many people too, so
yeah, and I went to a small school, so it was
Okay.
already that,
No, I
and
went to a big middle school.
yeah. Oh no, this ain't middle school.
Oh.
This is high school. This is high school.
Oh.
Uh, and so
What middle school
Wait,
did you
actually, I'm
go
curious.
to?
What grade was this?
um,
I don't want to get that information out. We just went to a small middle school. How about that? Small middle school.
No, she
no,
said
she's
to
talking
Oh,
about
I can't only say
Oh, I went
She
to.
don't know
I
Atlanta.
don't know. I went to Mandarin. I went to Mandarin High School. I went to Mandarin.
I wasn't.
She was talking about your middle school.
Middle school. I went to Mandarin Middle School. That's
Wait. So is it a K through 12 or is there
No,
something?
no. There's three different phases of it. I went to a whole different elementary school, so that's why when I went to middle school, I didn't go to the same middle school.
So
as no.
it's not like a middle and high school. It's literally
No,
Mandarin.
no. There's actually a Mandarin Oaks. There's a Mandarin Middle School, and then a Mandarin High School.
Like they got West Side. Well,
Tri-Cities.
it's always like this, but they got West Side Middle and West Side High. So I went to West Side High.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like
May Tyson.
Yeah, cut this out. I don't know where I went.
but yeah.
Oh, so we have been friends for a while, and we have, I had told her I liked her, and we was talking, and it never got to a full relationship. But in the time, I started becoming delusional. Uh, it was Christmas, I remember, and I remember our friend group had asked to exchange gifts for one another, and I was late. I was late, like getting the gifts,
Right.
and I was like, "What should I get?" And mind you, I know what she likes, and I'm a pretty good gift giver, so
Right.
my attention was kind of already towards her,
Yeah.
and so I didn't really focus on my other friends, and this will come back. So, the day I think what was it? I think it was finals week,
Right.
or the week before. We had exchanged the gifts, and I had gave her. I'm not gonna say what it is because
we'll figure this out off the we'll figure this out
Yeah.
off. Okay.
But I got her two things. It was I'm not gonna say that. But
I mean, you can say it, but I'll bleep it out.
okay. I got her and I got her she like coloring.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. I definitely know what's like. Yeah.
A dog?
I'll say yeah.
Like DOL?
No. It's like a action. Yeah, like
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like LeBron James with the big head?
yeah, take the phone.
Okay, give me anxiety.
Oh yeah. I've
Okay.
seen
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Oh,
And
no, dude.
my it came to my other friends, right? And they was like, "Where's our gift?" And I was like, "Damn." And I was like, "Let me see what I can cook up." But I originally got my friend a little snow cap that was just so random because
Right.
I kind of gave it to him late, and so it was already kind of warming up. So he was like, "What do I need this for?" And I was like, "I don't know." And my other friend that I got was just some sunglasses I had in my bag. That I was like, "Here you go." And I think it was broke too, but I think so. I didn't really, you know,
Okay.
go that. And then my other friend, but we cool.
All right.
She really cool.
Well, I say out of everything then, out of being the Lulu, what was like your biggest takeaway from being the Lulu as a teenager?
My biggest takeaway is
Yeah.
the biggest takeaway is make sure there's like equal reciprocation
Yeah, I can actually
in a
embody that because
relationship. Well, not even a relationship, just like
yeah.
talking or
No, I can definitely say there was the time I was delulu about this one girl. Went on for okay, no comments now, but it went on for a few years. I was delulu about this one girl. I was delulu about this girl for a few years. I ain't gonna hold you. My parents knew the girl too. My parents knew about her. She actually came over to the house once or twice. I'll say this. It was like every time, mind you, because there would be other people I would get into a relationship with here and there, but like it always led back to me just being completely delulu over her in every essence of the way. Mind you, this went on from I kid you not, it went on from sixth grade till sophomore year of high school.
what?
That's 4 years, Cam. It was a
Okay.
little for
It's
4
not
years. Look.
Well, this is a safe space.
Yeah.
Let's not judge.
Yeah, because look, okay, yeah, I remember. Because look, I'll say this, mind you, the girl, I'll say this, I don't think she had she saw me as a straight best friend, right? And I'll say I don't think she really entertained it, but she knew I was delulu for her. But it's like she just kind of kept it at there. Like she was a good friend, but it was straight there.
Try to act hard for it, like you said. You
Not
try
even
to
that.
hide
She
you with
saw
some
through all.
bird.
She knew me for exactly what I was. Mind you, there'd be times. I think she was the first ever friend where we was on the phone like all night before. But at the same time, it's like I was so delulu about this girl. I mean, like beyond delulu to where it's like I think I asked her on dates a few times, but I think like every time we went on those dates, it was very strictly friendly, no hand holding, nothing. But in my head, I was like, I think the one time I think she no, the one time though, it wasn't. It's not who anyone you know. I've never mentioned her before, ever, never have. I promise you.
Okay.
Because like, look, it was the point where I think the one me and her went to the mall one time. It was in middle school. Went to the mall one time. I felt so ecstatic from the mere fact of her holding my hand for all of 5.3 seconds. She held my hand for all of 5.3 seconds, but when I told you my heart was racing and it felt meant the world to me. In my head, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get married. Oh my god, this is the one." But at the same time, in the process of all that, there was other people she dated too, but I was still the Lulu at every step of the way. Like at every step of the way, I was the Lulu. There was other guys, other girls too. She dated, and I was still the Lulu. Actually, one person I actually was friends with, she dated, still the Lulu. You know, it was Oh, it got worse because I mean, like, look, Like how you said, the moment she got in that relationship, I was there and ready. I was there and ready. More than ready the moment she got in that relationship. Because, like, during the relationship, I'll be straight friendly. Outside that relationship, it'll be straight friendly. Nothing more.
That's all right.
The closest I got was, I think, Valentine's Day, where she was laying on my shoulders and kind of cuddling with me. But even that, it ended off there. It never went no further. The best I got from this girl out of 4 years was a kiss on the cheek. And that was her being nice. That was
What's the
like,
most out of character you acted for someone, Cam? Now, something you don't normally do.
oh, really? um, I was, it was at middle school dance. I was, I was, I was break dancing for a girl. I
Oh,
was
you
break,
can't even
I was break dancing for a girl.
dance.
I think the
The
most.
dance.
That had to be embarrassing.
I have a video of it too.
Oh, yeah, I got to see
I think the
that.
most out of character thing I've done was like in elementary school. I don't know if I told you that. Nah. So
Nah, yeah,
it was
like this.
it was second grade,
Yeah.
and I like
Wait, was this before
no
was all this
no.
Oh, have y'all been friends?
They've been friends since like, yeah, no, actually Shadow been friends
just
since
not
like
find-
third grade.
I'm just not finding that out. Okay.
Yeah, they've been friends for years.
Makes-
unfortunate, but I think it was second grade, and it was a Halloween party, and we was playing musical chairs, and I think one of my friends had won, and I got jealous because we had like the same girl, and so he was wearing a Spider-Man costume, and I had noticed it was coming off, and I was like, "Oh, okay," and so then, like right before he was heading back to like we had took a break, she was standing in front of him talking to him, and I acted like I bumped into him and accidentally like zipped it down by accident, and then like
Gosh.
he was just standing there, and then like he ran away, and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And
You was
then
evil.
yeah,
You was, yeah.
that's
Well,
that's
yeah. From the takeaway from all this, don't get so delulu over a guy or a girl.
oh god.
Oh god.
Because yeah, no, it's not good. Whenever that happens, it's never gonna end out good.
It
Like
never does.
you can
It
have
never
yeah,
does.
you can have a crush and everything like that, but
But don't
it-
add
it's
out of character.
exactly because getting out of character is where it gets really really bad. Like it gets horrible when you get out of character and everything. You know, don't feel like you gotta feel pressure to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like don't feel like you gotta be pressured whether it's on the girls end. Don't be feeling like you pressured. Like if you have a guy and especially like again in the teenage years, some guys be like real horny just all the time, like just be like this and that. Don't feel pressured where it's like you have to do this and that with the guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like you have to do those different things and that, or you have to conform to him. You don't feel like you have to do that really. And on the guys end, don't be feeling like as if you gotta break your neck and break your back for a girl. Never not put an effort on a person because if you want them to put effort for you, you put effort for them. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I got something to add to that. Okay, so if someone ever tells you they don't like you, don't turn around either. So like what happened to me was
You turn
there was
down
this
guys,
dude-
you breaking hearts.
no, I got turned down.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Dang. Dang.
It was the freshman, my freshman year that
Oh.
So I told this dude I liked him. He said, "Oh, okay," and kept walking. I got turned down, but then right before going into my senior year, I posted my senior photos, and he hit me up and was just like, "Hey, how you doing? Like long time no see."
Right.
Like, and he wanted to basically start talking, and I was just like, "No, because if you didn't like me freshman year,
And
why do you like me now?"
So you held that grudge. You was like, you ain't like me then, you ain't never get me now.
No, because like, for some
That's
of
real
them,
though.
it's
That's
literally just
understandable, though. Yeah.
like you get older, you get thicker, you get prettier.
That's
It's
understandable.
like
I mean, on both ends, yeah.
like you my type now. No, if I wasn't your type then I'm not your type now.
That's definitely a big thing. That's definitely a big thing where it comes to like dating at that time. Where it's like, yeah, you definitely have to have that person that accepts you for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never say there was a few girls where if I was in that relationship, I wasn't all the way myself. Some was because they honestly, I mean, I wasn't set for all the way being myself. But then to others, it was just me being to the point where I was so used to just not being myself in those relationships that when I got into it, I just already wasn't being myself off rip. So it's like, that's just like, it's definitely a thing where it's like you definitely have to learn to be yourself when it comes to dating as a teenage life. It's a very confusing game,
And you gotta be okay with doing embarrassing stuff in front of them. If you embarrass yourself in front of them, and they be like, "Oh, ew," then they ain't going for you. But if they just laugh at you
because
and
ain't
keep
no
it
one ain't
moving,
no one always gonna
that's
look
the right
cool.
one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah, I
no one's
think
always
to
gonna
put
look
it
cool.
in simpler terms, nothing should be forced. If something is how like it should come natural.
Yeah.
If both people feeling the way they feel, it should feel natural. It should never feel like you gotta force anything onto anybody or vice versa. So yeah, if you feeling like you forcing something, maybe you need to reevaluate that
That's
situation.
definitely a big thing with it. If you gotta force it when it comes to anything a teenager and like dating at that time, where it's like, especially because again we're all still figuring out ourselves. Like even now, when you're older, you still figure out yourself. But especially at that time, you don't even know what you're doing with life half the time sometimes. To a degree where it's just like, with you being confused about your body, with you being confused about what you want, being confused about everything and all the different aspects, it's definitely a lot working behind you. So it's definitely about the fact of if it's like if it feels forced, it might not be for you. It's one thing to put in effort, but if you gotta like actually like force it a whole bunch to make it happen, then that's definitely not something you need to be pushing for that hard.
Okay, so what he just said about effort. Don't get effort confused with forcing something.
Yeah, those
Cause
two
like, cause
things.
like, from my perspective, a lot of times, like, it's like a dude would try hard to get me, and then like, boom, once he got me, pretty much, I don't know. I don't know if it's the dude thing. Y'all tell me this. Like, do y'all feel like once y'all get a girl, y'all just have to, oh, y'all got her now, and y'all don't got to put in effort,
No, your
or it's
relationship was
just
just
like,
trash.
okay.
Okay,
Well,
jokes aside,
say a couple things about.
yeah, but
Okay,
jokes,
let's
I
keep
know
on
what you
talking.
mean, though.
jokes aside,
I know
jokes
what you mean.
aside though, I actually do understand what you mean. Where, yeah, if you're trying for a relationship, yeah, you're supposed to put an effort from both sides, because
Yeah.
there's situations where I've seen where it's the girl doing all this and that stuff for the guy, and the guy doing the most for the girl. But on one of the sides, it has to be equal. Relationship, this is the biggest thing when it comes to relationships at that age too. You gotta learn. You're like that's the main time you really want to learn. Where it's like a relationship has to be equal for both sides. And that relationship, if she's giving this much effort, you give this much effort. Now, the effort can be shown in different ways. It doesn't mean that just because he's doing all this and that you have to do the same as that stuff. But that same level of effort has to be shown. Because a relationship, y'all both are equals throughout that entire process. No one's above another person. No matter who you is, no matter what background you came from, no matter like what type of status you have, and whatever grade you in. There's definitely a thing where it's like that. You had to put in the effort then, like you're doing now. Or like one thing my dad told me when I was in high school. No, I think he told me when I was in like early high school. Yeah, one thing he told me when it came to dating with girls was like I say this. I learned that lesson earlier on myself, but it would definitely it meant something hearing it from him because I already learned it before prior, but hearing it from him meant something. Where it's like he said when it comes to dating, when it comes to putting in effort on either side of the relationship, whatever effort you're putting in before then, you're setting that standard. So if before then to impress that girl to do this and that, you're doing all these different things to try and get her, then maintain that same exact energy or keep on elevating on that energy. Like if you're in middle school, maybe you and a girl, y'all going on maybe dates maybe like a nice little movie date. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your parents drop you off there on a nice movie date. High school, maybe you get your car. Maybe you and her go on dates here and there. You and her go to the park. You gotta put in that same type of effort because just because you got the girl, don't mean that you can just stop trying. Don't mean that you can just like pull that effort back, son. Does that mean that now see I don't mean that doesn't mean you still have to break your back every single day? But what that does mean, you still gotta put forth that same level of effort, where it's like you keep on raising that bar and doing all this stuff to get her, or on the girl side, you're doing all this stuff to get him. Maintain that same energy because a person will be real quick to call that out. You'll learn, especially when you get older, where it's like, yeah, I learned when I got older too, especially where it's like, if I'm gonna do all this to try and get this girl, then the moment that energy falls off, she's gonna call me out real quick. She's gonna say something real quick. Some may not. Now, I'm not gonna say every person. Some may not. But a lot of people, they'll be real prone to call it out real quick. And that's just about having that standard for yourself where you got to realize, especially at that early age, that, hey, I'm a prize, not in an egotistical way, but recognizing that you are unique in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are your own person. You have your own value. You're not above me. I'm not above you. She's not above her. No one's above anybody like that. We all came and we're going to go the same exact way. So, in the end, it comes to the fact where it's like that effort you're putting in, you really got to figure that out. Especially in those years where it's like, again, the consequences, if you don't do it, they're not going to be as bad as if you were not to do it in your actual adult years where it's a much bigger situation with some stuff. You can find some real crazy people out in the streets. You can find some real messed up things because you're not putting that type of effort, or because you do certain things.
I think that's ooh.
Oh, should we say this for a different episode?
I thought somebody was knocking.
Oh,
I need to eat. But anyways, but I think that ties to like love language. I think like understanding like somebody's love language is important because like in my last relationship, it's like um my love language is like quality time and like physical touch. Those are my main two. I have more, but like those are my main two. I don't think he really understood the quality time of like my love language because like we both shared like physical touch as our love language, but like when it came to like quality time, it's like I don't think he really understood like when it came to his effort. I don't really think he understood like I don't need you to be spoiling me. I mean, of course, it feels nice to be spoiled with gifts and all that, but I don't need that. I just need you to like actually put effort into planning stuff with me. Like that's what he didn't do. Like he thought that like oh he needed money to do this and to do that, but it's like I'm I'm not saying my standards are low, but like I'm very simple. I'm very simple to please. So it's like you ain't gotta, like have this, that, and the other to, make me happy. Just like, you planning a movie night or like, stuff like that. It's just stuff that he didn't do and that like I would have to always do it. And it just got to a point where I was just like, that part is just like he wasn't understanding that. And I think, yeah, like you got to understand like love languages because
It's definitely a
it's
bit.
not gonna work if
Yeah, I want to say that's why that contributes to the feeling why I feel like dating in those earlier years is definitely real nice. It's nice when you kind of use it as a time to really figure out what you want and figuring out yourself in a love, figuring out your own love language. What do you want? So when you get onto your later on adult years, you're not struggling to find out this and that. Or you're not having to go through that process at that time. Because again, in the earlier years, it's much easier to like go through that process. You compare it. Well, I can't even say it's gonna be easier, but what I can say is that it's not gonna be as rough as a process as what it would be if you're older and you're still trying to figure it out. It's not gonna be as rough as a process as if you're in college and you're having to go through all these different people and everything like that, and go through all these different issues because you don't know what your love language was beforehand. I see in the end, if you are in the earlier years, if you don't want to date, it's all you. Focus on getting your bag, focus on getting your grades up, focus on you. But it don't be so against dating because it definitely is a thing that can let you mature in different ways that you may have gotten in comparison to if you did. It's definitely things where I can definitely say, as much as I sometimes was a problem with some of my previous relationships in those earlier years, I can definitely say that with it, even though I was sometimes the problem, out of every situation, there was a way that I did learn, or there was a way that I definitely did mature, or there's something from each relationship, from each thing, from each situationship, um, from each like mess around buddy, whatever type of stuff like that. Real talk, like look, but from each and every single person, there's always something I can say I learned from it. Whether it's something about in terms of how to treat a woman properly, different things you do, and don't say. Not saying I'm perfect. Not I'm far from perfect, but it's
It
like
just happened. It just happened.
yeah, okay. But it's like I'm far from perfect. But it's just like, it definitely the level of at least expertise that I can say I have with certain things now is leagues ahead of what I had then. The levels of it is definitely going it will show future tense or from each experience. If you come out of different relationships and you just feel like you didn't learn anything at that time, then that's definitely something where you need to take that step back and you need to think, hey, if I am gonna be doing this. If you just want to talk with girls, just talk with girls, or talk with guys, just to talk with guys. If you want to do it just to talk around, do you. I can't say what is and isn't right for you. What I will say is that trying to create bad habits for certain things. I get to say it from me, from a person who used to be really a hoe and everything, you know what I'm saying? Used to be talking with this and that person while talking with that other person on the side and doing all these different things. For that type of stuff, doing it at that early age, I say at the time it used to be hyped up by some people, you know what I'm saying? It used to be hyped up by a lot of guys about some, oh yeah, he got gay. Oh yeah, you doing this and that. Especially like obviously in middle school I was like geeky nerdy and stuff like that. But especially when I hit a certain point, I did definitely like have my glow up and everything, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it's like,
You still ugly.
yeah, so is you.
I'm still tall. I'm taller than you.
Okay, don't mean nothing.
I grew up and grew up.
Okay, so she look up, she go, ew.
She opened her eyes and said, "You."
First of all, she looks
You?
down and say ew for me. I'm not down trees, I don't know.
Wait, what?
Don't,
Not
Yeah.
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Hey,
But
No.
I'm confused.
but no, it's definitely just a process where it's like yeah, even with on the guys end, with being guys or girls end, there's some people that can hype that stuff up at that time when it comes to dating as a teenager. It's way overhyped than it is because for one, I'll definitely say it's a very taxing process. Because again, you constantly going from relationship to relationship, situationship to a situationship, doing this and doing that. I mean, you're not taking time to yourself. You're not taking time to really grow. You're not taking that time to like properly take like just be a better person in a way. Not saying that it's a pro. You don't gotta lock in with every single person you talk to. I'm never gonna say that. But what I am saying is that if you're just talking with every single person with the incentive that this is gonna be another body, if you already do have bodies at the time, in those high school years, whatever. If you just talk with this person, just be like, so, this is my time just to get a body. Oh, this is my time just to do this and that, and you don't like that's not the mindset you always want to operate at. Because I know a lot of people can definitely like hype it up a lot of times, especially in the earlier years. But it's not the mentality you want to walk around in life with. Because again, that's like from my specific experiences, I could definitely say that all that time I spent being a hoe, doing this, that, doing all these different things, I was just damaging my own relationships with people. I was damaging my own image of myself. Cause I'm not gonna give that whole high preachy statement, be like some, oh, you gotta be better, this, that, do. I'm not gonna say all that. But what I can say is that if I could take, if I could like take back some of the stuff I did in that time, I definitely could. Because in being a hoe, I was not being myself. I'll definitely say because you get so obsessed with the fact that you're gonna live out this whole life, you're gonna do all this and that stuff at that early age. You get so obsessed with it that you really do become a whole different person without even realizing it. And it actually took my best friend to actually like text me, cuss me out, and give me paragraphs of paragraphs, just going off of me about all this and that type of stuff to really make me realize, oh, dang, I'm a dumb ass person. And just kind of make that realization. It's definitely the type of stuff where, again, dating at that age, dating at those earlier ages, is definitely a whole process. Honestly, it's just sometimes a bit more of a process than what it is when you're older. Because again, like I said before, everyone's still trying to figure out themselves. Everyone's still learning about themselves. Everyone's still going through these whole processes with themselves. But at the end, the biggest things you have to take away from it is the fact where it's like, hey, like, am I still staying true to myself? Am I doing what I really want to do with this? Am I feeling pressure for this, that type of stuff? Am I if I'm going through these relationships, is it something that is worth stressing about this much? Is it something that's going again? Is it going to be something that's stressed me out 5, 6 years later? You know what I'm saying? Or is it something where I'm making this much worse than it has to be? Or is it something where you're just being a whole different person than who you know you are? And every moment you get back home after seeing your boyfriend or girlfriend at school, you can finally because you can finally be yourself. But the moment you step back outside that door, you have to try to act like a whole different person all over again. That's really the things that you gotta like take into account with dating at such an early age. Because again, yeah, it's a
Ain't
it's a
that little one.
process. Yeah, it's a process. It's something that can be scary too.
Very,
Very scary.
super.
But it's something where if you make it out through it, and if you can hopefully learn from the experiences, it will definitely benefit you in the long run because you will be a new person. I can definitely say from the healthy relationships I had,
Yeah, for sure.
I can definitely say I was a different person coming out of them because again, I made realizations on me as a person, on different aspects of myself, and past aspects. I can definitely say it definitely helped me realize many different things throughout them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, not only that, but like, to add in, I feel like a very important portion of it. So with relationships, with life in general, mastering the law of detachment, but just understanding and analyzing what relationships are for you and not for you, and just being able to identify,
That's a big
really being able to identify relationships in general will literally save you like so much heartbreak and pain and bullshit. Because through teenage dating, like I said before, you're figuring out other people that are incomplete, meaning that you're basically putting your feelings into like a construction project that's not even like 10% finished or
yeah.
100% finished, meaning that if things don't go out the right way, or if, you know what I'm saying. Even with also this is a whole other topic. Even with sex too, like with those people, you have to understand that they're incomplete projects. So meaning that, I mean, of course, you're gonna be liable to just anything like
Yeah.
within emotions and all this stuff, whatever. But you also have to realize and understand and have the empathy to be like, okay, look, these people are trying to figure this stuff out too. I'm not saying just go for like disrespect and just like, oh, if you get cheated, don't like take that bullshit. No, but you just have to understand like when to put your feelings in things and when not to put your feelings in things. Like when to put logic and when to put your emotion. And you being able to manage that not only helps you as not only as a person in the dating world, but as like a human being in general. Because like let's say for example, you know, sports for example.
Yeah.
I feel like a good majority of people that were student athletes had aspirations of going, you know, either college or pro or semi-pro or whatever.
Yeah.
The moment that you don't get that position, or the moment that you don't win that role, whatever, you shut down and you break because you're you're so attached to this goal, which is why it requires you to be detached in order to, in my opinion, I feel like achieve that goal because you care about it too much to the point where you lose sight of it, and that's when you start making mistakes, and that's when you start pressuring and all that other stuff. The same thing goes for relationships, and the same way goes for handling situations in your life. Like for example, like even like death, for example, you being able to have the emotional attachment and the emotional ability to be able to not only learn when to detach, but not to detach too much to the point where you feel isolated, but also to the point where you can understand and love that person for what they are, or what they've done, or what they bring. Mastering all those, like, which also plays into social skills and emotional skills as well. You know, you have to live like a lot of life, and this is why I also say go talk to a whole bunch of people because you know if you talk to a whole bunch of people, a wise person will be able to learn from their experiences, but smart people will be able to learn from their own experiences.
Exactly.
So, learn to become wise and learn from those mistakes and learn from those things because even though we're not in them, it's a lot harder for somebody to have the empathy for it because we're not there yet.
Right.
Being able to learn from those experiences from other people, your elders, older people, whatever, you know, make sure that your network is diverse and to even have those conversations is what's gonna make you, you know, I feel like a better teenager per se, more equipped for the world.
Yeah, see, look at Shadow laying some knowledge on y'all. See?
I don't
There you
get that
go.
before.
But
I'm gonna edit that out.
Well, I'll edit that out.
Yeah,
I'll edit that bit out. You know what I'm saying? I'll edit that
Don't
out.
edit that out.
No,
Don't edit that out.
It's a
Yeah,
50,
she know
it's a
I'm
50-50 chance on whether or not I'll edit
Keep
that
that
out.
part in.
We might keep that part in. Quay, if you're watching this,
Quay.
just know he wants you, he likes you. You should definitely hit him up. He's been missing you.
Please,
He's been
hit my
missing
cash
you a
app.
lot. But anyways, I know this. But anyways, I know this video did go on a little bit long, but hopefully y'all got what y'all wanted from out of it and everything. So, as always, whether you white, whether you black, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you're weird or whether you're weirder, just know there's a place, there's a safe space for you. Just know, give you a little introduction if you want.
Oh, same thing as always.
Same thing as always, yeah.
Matt, the taller but lighter guest.
Cam, the shorter but better looking host.
Whoa.
Yep.
I'm Z. Layla.
I ain't gonna fight you on y'all.
Shadow, man, that goes to
I ain't
We
gonna.
got shot.
Alright, mine's Umers.